didn't you know? But I would not pay. That you never know where the guns may lay. Time to save the world. There in the world is all the time. So many things I still don't know. So many times, I love you too, I changed my mind. Guess I was born to make mistakes, but I ain't scared to pave the way. So when I stumble off the path, I know my heart will guide me there. Ooh, hey, all this motherfucking traffic getting on my damn nerves. I just wanna go home so I can find some candles. Ooh, hey, ooh, I'm trying to decide where way to go. Back there somewhere. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? I know I'm gonna get a fuck. Hey, look, guys, look, right? So, you know, every time I leave my door, ladies and gents, every time I leave my door, it's like somebody requires something of me, like anything. Okay, I had to pull out a knife on some nigga, right? Right? You feel me? Okay, I had to pull it out on this nigga because, you know, I'm sitting here parked in front of the Wingstop about to get my baby some food or whatever. And this guy, he walk in the store. But me, when I see a lot of people walk inside a restaurant, I don't like sitting around a lot of people, especially in certain neighborhoods. I don't do that. So I'll sit in the car and I'll wait until like the crowd leaves and then I come in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I like it. So I guess this guy walk in and I don't know, he looked a little disheveled, a little unkempt or whatever. So he came out and I guess he must have been a person like that was probably disrupting people in the restaurant. They must have put him out and told him to leave. Right? So he walked out and somehow I knew this nigga was going to zero in. I swear to God, he zeroed in on me, y'all. He was just like, I swear to God. As soon as he walked out, I'm thinking he walked the other direction because I got my head turned. I'm already, like in my periphery, I can tell when these entities that be attaching to people and shit, like they be really attracted to me, yo. Like it's like they like, I want you, bitch. There's something about you, I want you, type shit, right? So I'm like going like this. You know how you see somebody looking at you through your peripheral, so you start looking around, act like you're looking for stuff, you know, make sure I got everything up in here, you know. He coming from this direction, so you kind of just like, and I see him from my peripheral go, yeah, right on my motherfucking driver's side door. So I didn't even look by him. I didn't even look at him. I was just like, I just went to go get my weapon, right? And I just went like this. Like that. That's all I did. And he was just like, I didn't even look at his face. I didn't even want to look in his face because I tried to avoid eye contact. You know what I'm saying? I try to avoid eye contact with Thai roaches and shit. You know, I'd be like, I try not to look at them, you know? So I just saw him from my peripheral when I just went like this. I didn't look at him. I was just like going like this. And so then he just like kind of looked and then he said something to himself and then he walked off and disappeared around the corner. Why the fuck you worried about me, bitch? I don't even understand what the fuck you want. Like, I don't get it. But it is Tuesday. It is what it is, right? So he walked off or whatever. I was just like, okay. So I'm just going to go somewhere else. Fuck it. I'm going to go somewhere else. So that's that bullshit, you know. You know, people be getting online and acting like it's not that bad and not all. And no, bitch, like when you're really out here living amongst the shit, it's different. People get online, they act like they don't even know what it is. Like they living in a fucking fantasy world. But anyway, I digress. So let me tell you something. When I be out, right, different people be drawn to me, right? Anytime I go to like a botanica, I just came from a botanica, right? So every time I go to a botanica, people will just come up to me and they just start asking questions. I'm wearing my glasses today. Anyway, people start coming to me. They start asking me questions and shit because I guess I just look like I know what I'm doing. See, when you go into the Botanica, you have to be careful because when you go into a Botanica, right? When you go there, they counted on you walking in not knowing what the fuck you doing. And I used to be one of them people. Well, kind of, sort of, not really. Botanicas I've been going to since the early 90s with my auntie and stuff. Well, you know, back in the day when she was trying to keep her man and shit, you know. Yeah. We used to go to the Twin Towers. She used to go visit him. And then we would go to the Botanica and she would get, oh, come on, let's do this. Okay. So, you know, like, okay, for those who live in LA, that Botanica that's on Broadway in Manchester, I know that since I was a little girl. That place used to look like, it used to look so big to me because I was so small, right? So, but anyhow, every time I go, when you go to a Botanica, it's like they count on you to not know what you're doing so they can make sure, especially certain Botanicas, because I don't go to certain ones anymore. No shade, but they count on you not knowing what you're doing or what you're getting, so they can make you buy this. They be like, oh, get this, get this, get that, get that, get that. Next thing when you get to the register, oh, $337.84. No, bitch. So me, I like to keep it kind of simple. If I know, like, okay, the way how I shop, like I'll shop like how I grocery shop. I'll go to a big place instead of sometimes I go to the small one. Oh, sometimes I go to a small one if I just want to get something quick, which is what I did today. Okay, I just get some chime candles, stick candles, or whatever, because there's another place I want to go to. My favorite place, but they moved. They used to be in Compton, but they moved to downtown LA. They upon Jefferson or something. So I was gonna go there and go to Little Taco Tuesday, but the weather is kind of, as you can see right here. Okay, I don't know about all that. But anyhow, I used to go to the Botanica and I used to have like people, I used to go to this one, I ain't gonna say what it was, but they were, by the time I got to the register, I was like, wait. So no, when I go to this little small place right here, I just get little stick candles, get little incense, and I can do a whole lot with that, okay? So anyway, let me tell you something what happened. So like I said, when I go out, people come to me, they tell me a whole shit. They'll come to me asking me for help. They'll, you know, I had that guy that I told you I had to pull a knife on. Like I get all kind of different shit every time I come out. And I don't even do that much on Tuesday like that. So I met this girl. She was in the Botanica. I could tell, okay, I'm walking in and see, I know a little bit of Spanglish. I know some Spanish. I know enough to get by. I can go to the Botanica where they don't speak no English and I can get my point across and they like me. I'll be having them laugh and everything, you know? So when I walked in, I heard a voice of a young black girl, like a young black girl. She's trying to ask the lady stuff, and the lady like, yeah. Like, and the lady I go see, she's limited in English. So you gotta just like try to point, you know, she'll try to understand you, and then you gotta take the time to understand her too. You know what I'm saying? Like, respect people. So anyway, I could tell that this girl needed a lot of help, but I'm coming in to buy my own stuff. I already know what I come to get because I'm not trying to spend too much time in the store. So, hi, Gwen. I don't care if the light red. I'm a thug. I'm just playing. Anyways, okay. So then I heard her and I could tell she needed help. She was talking about, yeah, I need this. And, you know, they doing this, that, whatever. So I was like, let me just hurry up because eventually she's going to come and talk to me, right? So then I go to go in the incense section and she come where I'm at. So she come where I'm at. She like, oh, this where the incense at? Oh, hi. And all this stuff. And she was like, let me ask you a question because you like, you know what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, I kind of do. Yes, I did. What's your question? You know? And then so she get to talking, right? Let me tell you some shit that I peep, because sometimes Spirit be sending people to me to help. Because every time I go to certain place, certain Botanica, like people will come up to me, especially in Spanish Botanicas, like the black people, when the black people see me, they come to me and they be like, girl, what should I get, girl? You know, this is what's going on at work, and this was going on with my band, and I would just tell them like, oh, okay, this is what you need to do. So the girl, she started to talk to me and she like, oh, does this incense work? And, you know, I could tell just by looking at her was very like, not to be offensive, but I'm just saying like, okay, I could tell when somebody's under a lot of spiritual warfare, because I used to be one of those people. Okay. And you know, they kind of have like a shifty kind of look. You know, you could tell that she kind of gave me like a little bit of like transient vibes, that type of thing. Like she's not quite settled, quite unstable. So looking at her, I could kind of see that she was very restless, very drained, and just bewildered, wanting to just like needing some help. Okay. So then I need to clean my windshield wipers. So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, the incense work. I said, this is money, call money incense. This is incense you can burn with money underneath it, or a prayer card underneath it, or whatever. You know, Psalms, write down a Psalms petition, put some money under there, whatever, and you go burn it. You know. And she's like, okay. So she started asking me questions, and then she started telling me the spiritual warfare she was going through, right? She was telling me spiritual warfare, and she was like telling me that her I was telling her, I was like, yeah, you got to protect yourself, especially out here, and you know, da da da. And she's like, yeah, I got to protect myself from my own family. I'm like, word, I know what that's like. I get you. So then she gets to telling me that her family, she was telling me that her family was trying to sacrifice her. Like she said, she feel like her family got a tight grip on her, and they've been doing stuff like magic against her and her daughter. She got a daughter. And she said that like when she tried to leave her family and come to California, I didn't ask her where she was from, so she must be from out of state. She sounds like she's from the South, okay? So maybe she might come from Texas or some nearby state, but she definitely did have like a little Southern accent. And she said that when she left and she came to California, that they was using magic to pull her back in. So she was like, I moved back home. And when I moved back home, you know, they was all nice to me and my daughter. And I was thinking to myself, love bombing. Yeah, love bombing. She was like, yeah. And then, you know, they started doing all kind of weird stuff, magic. And then everything started falling apart in my life and all this shit like that. So I told her, I'm like, look, if you want to get rid of them, if you want to get rid of their influence, you got to cut the cord. So I told her, like, you know, it's very important. I gave her some candle suggestion because she needed help with a reversible return to sender. So I suggested for her my personal favorite, 7 Veces, or they didn't have the triple one, so but 7 Veces reversible. So I showed her that because she said, what can I do to like throw whatever that's been thrown at me back or whatever. So I said, okay, this is what you get. And then you can get the corresponding herbs that have the same thing. Because she said, oh, I don't know how to read or talk Spanish. I said, if you really look at the words, some of the Spanish words, they're cognates, meaning that they look very similar to the English word, or it kind of defines that English word. It's just another way of saying it, but in Spanish, if that makes sense, right? So I guess what happened was she got the stuff that I suggested. And let me tell you, the most crazy thing that happened while she was talking to me, I could tell that what she was saying was true about her family gang stalking her. She also talked about, she was like, do you know what it's like? Do you know what I mean when somebody tries to like, they want your life and they try to like do something like sabotage your life because they want to like replace you? And I said, you talk about destiny swapping, destiny killing. She was like, yes, exactly. Like her eyes bug out open, like, yes. And yeah, so I was talking about that. So then I was just telling her that it's important for her to like go no contact. You need to anybody that's associated with your family, because she said she stopped associated with her family, but I told her you have to go no contact anybody that's associated with your family, because she was saying her family was doing witchcraft on her. And a lot of people don't want to believe it, but you got to protect yourself from your own fucking family. All right? Ask me how I know. Ask me how I motherfucking know. You got to protect yourself against somebody you lay next to. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So that it be like that. And she said that they had like a resident worker. But look, the more time she kept talking about it, let me tell you what happened while I was talking to her. While she was telling me about how the guy, like I guess they have like a resident brujo. They use this guy to work upon her and her daughter, right? And he close with the family, with the narcissistic family that's doing all the hexing. Do you know that while she was talking about them to me, a flea came and started buzzing around her, And I said, when I'm talking to her, I said, I see a flea right there, girl. I said, that's a monitoring spirit. She's like, yeah, exactly. They've been sending a lot of bugs, a lot of this and that my way, and da 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 da. And I was just like, yeah. I said, because as soon as she started talking about that particular guy or whatever, and she was talking about the hexing and all that shit, all of a sudden the flea was coming around like, bitch, what are you talking about, bitch? You talking about us? Because they see that she's talking to me. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? Does that make sense? They see that she talking to a divine and shit. All right? They see that she's talking to me. So here comes a monitoring spirit coming around like, oh shit, this girl finna give her some advice. This girl finna, you know what I'm saying? So now they watch me talking to her. So I was like, yo, I said, she is under something. Because I could see it in her eyes, because it's almost overwhelming to look at her. It was just like, I couldn't look at her. I just had to look somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to, like, you know, be, like, repelled in a disrespectful way. Because I've been where she's been at, you understand? And so I just told her, I was like, yeah, just focus on, like, focus on spiritual bathing. Focus on spiritual bathing. Focus on your psalms. So I told her different psalms that she can use, because obviously she have a country accent. She's Black American. I know she come from some kind of, you know, church roots and stuff like that. So I try to give people what I feel like will be familiar to them. You know, I'm not going to talk to somebody about some heavy shit if I'm straight from a Christian background. They really not into that witchcraft stuff, but their family is doing witchcraft. You know, and they need to defend themselves in some kind of way, so they get desperate. And these are the kind of people that certain botanicas love. They love those people. And certain karmic readers and karmic spiritualists and karmic botanicas, these are the type of people that they fucking love. Cause they be like, yeah, bitch, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And they only gonna tell you just a little bit so you can keep coming back. But me, I don't like to do people that way, because I know what it's like. So when people come to me, I get them exactly the blueprint. Based off of what I feel that they'll be some type of Christian background, Baptist, missionary, something, girl, you know. So I was like, yeah, just stick with the Psalms, you know, Psalms 50, 53, 54, 55, 56, Psalm 91. I was telling her different Psalms like that. And then I also told her to make sure that you keep up with your spiritual bathing while you're doing your candle work, because that's going to help it along and stuff. So like she knew a couple of things. She picked up some things, like she was doing white candles and things like that. So I was telling her, oh, yeah, that's cool. But it was interesting how as soon as she started talking about what her spiritual warfare, a flea came around her. So they really got a grip on her ass. And they probably came around because she was fucking talking to me. Now, I've never seen a flea in that botanica ever. That's what I'm trying to say. I never seen a flea in the botanica. I know that lady good. She's nice. She's a good lady. She don't speak too much English, so you have to know a little bit of Spanish, and you just have to be respectful, and she gonna help you. So me and her, we good. I understand her, she understands me. So, but it was interesting that I've never seen a flea. Hold on, let me put the lady wasn't her at all, because the lady is gifted. The lady that run the store, she know me. So she always good to me. When she see me, she be cool. She know I'm good peoples. I've been shopping with her for a while. You feel me? A few years now, a couple years now. But she didn't want that girl, because when the girl, she left back out, she left back out to get a jump from her car or something like that, and she came back in. So when she knocked back on the door and I was putting my stuff on the counter, the lady says something in Spanish like, oh God, no, please, like, you know, basically saying don't let her in, right? But I was just like, I kind of already got her vibe. Her vibe was kind of like, I don't want to deal with her right now. I think she knew something was up with the girl, like, not that necessarily she's a bad person. I don't want to say that, okay? Not that she's a bad person or whatever, but she kind of sees the entities and different stuff that's attached to her. She sees it. You know, it's pretty obvious when you look at her and stuff like that. And I think her energy really bothered the lady. Not like she was being rude. it was her energy that was bothering the lady, because she had a lot of heavy spirits that were on her, and it was you know. So I hope that makes sense. She had a lot of energies around her, and the lady, she wasn't feeling her. I ain't gonna lie, lady wasn't feeling her, and I think I knew she knew. I think I know why. Okay. Um, and so then anyway, I just told her the best thing I could tell her so she can get out the lady shop. 'Cause I already feel the lady not comfortable with her. You know, some people are so spiritually sensitive they can't have that kind of energy around them like for too long, especially in a botanica. And she always burns incense inside. Like I said, I've never seen a monitoring spirit, never felt no weird shit. But when this girl walked in and she started talking about her spiritual warfare, a flea started buzzing around her and was sticking around to her, like buzzing around her while she was talking. And I feel like it was buzzing around and shit because it's watching her, because she's in the presence of a divine. She talking to me. You feel me? And I'm not trying to be all, but I'm saying she talking to me. She came to me. She gravitated towards me because she saw my light, and she knew that I could be the one. I could at least help her or give her advice, make she help herself. You understand? So I just gave her the suggestions that I needed to give her, and send her on her way to get her out of the store. Well, that shit tripped me out. I'm like, damn, I don't know about all that. But I just gave her what my best advice and then just left it at that. I don't even know if I want to stop at this liquor store right here. Maybe I will. I'll just stop right here. Because once I'm inside, I think I'm going to be inside for the rest of the day. And I need to fix my windshield wipers too. I've been meaning to do it for a while. Let me see if there's any people up in the store. Oh man. Okay. Well, anyway, Tuesday is a hell of a day, I'm telling you. But I was teaching her stuff like just while I was there in the store. I wasn't even in the store that long, but I told her that this reversible, whatever that you're burning right now, you might want to do it today. Because today is Tuesday. It's motherfucking MARSday. Or I said either Tuesday or either Saturday. Either way. So, and she wrote that down like, cool, thank you, or whatever like that. So, I hope that she gets through it. But yeah, her energy was very overwhelming, was very heavy, very draining. Like you could tell that they have her I feel bad for her, bro. I don't know. It seemed like they really have a hold on her, because she just was very overwhelming to look at. It was really, really sad to look at her. I know you're probably thinking that maybe the flea came around her because maybe she's homeless, or maybe it wasn't that. I was thinking that too, but it wasn't that, because she didn't have no odor. I didn't smell her or anything like that. She didn't have no like odor or anything like that. It was just what was attached to her. It was just the entities, the parasites, the parasitic entities, the stuff. You could literally see it on her. Empaths will tell you. They. Empaths will. I sound like if people pull up a little too close behind me. I don't like that shit. Anyways, people can like people who are empaths can pull up on that shit easily. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example before I go. I'm gonna give y'all a next example before I go. people that are like empaths, highly sensitive people, divines, yada to the yada. Okay. We can see stuff on people. Some people can see auras, right? Some people can see auras. Some people can see they could just see stuff on people. They could or some people could be able to read people just by looking at them, or blah blah blah. Okay. And owners of botanicas, they most of the time these people they can see when they read you when you walk into the store. Now some predatory ones, like I said in the beginning of the video, some predatory ones, will they can spot you if you don't know what you're doing. If you're walking around the store like, oh, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be easy. And then they'll come up to you and be like, yeah, do you need help? Yeah, this is going on. You know, me, I try to give people practical advice so that they can be independent. I'll give them a book suggestion or a website suggestion. I don't even promote myself because I don't just take anybody. I don't just do readings on anybody. I just don't take anybody. Okay, my spirits told me not to have any type of, try to have like a, because I felt like she was going to try to ask me for like my contact information, whether it was like a phone number, an email, or social media, because she was asking me for a pin, but I was already done shopping. So I was like, okay, I'll see you again. I'm sure I'll see you again. Good luck with everything. And I hurried up and I left. Okay. Because once I saw that flee, it was just like my way of kind of backing up, like, okay, she being watched right now. And if I try to help her, you know what I'm saying? But I'll give her some information. I gave her enough information to go on during that trip. So that just shows how much gang stalking and cyber stalking or whatever the fuck that this young lady is going through. Because as soon as she's talking to somebody like me, all in her fucking face, I can literally see the flea looking at me like, flying around her like, this our bitch right here. This my bitch. What you talking to my bitch for? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I walked out because I didn't want to keep something in my spirit told me not to keep any type of contact with her. If I maybe in a couple months or maybe I might see her again and maybe she might be in a better place or whatever. But sometimes when people are in the thick of it, they can't see as clearly because the magic that they're under is affecting their mental state. Because I had to repeat things to her a few times. It's not her fault, but I had to repeat it because the magic is affecting them mentally, and it's sad. She said that her own family tried to sacrifice her and shit. This stuff really does happen. This shit really do happen. Okay, this stuff really do fucking happen. You gotta protect yourself from your own motherfucking family. Oh yeah, so the example I'm gonna tell y'all, because like I said, we can see shit on people. That's the reason why I get the reactions and I get treated a certain way, especially in my family or on social media or in person. Why I get treated a certain way versus others, because I can see through people. I can look at somebody's picture. I can tell they're going through a lot of spiritual warfare, but they trying to save face. I could definitely see that. I could see they're desperate look in their eyes, like desperate, and just like they have something a hold of them, especially when their eyes are so black and you can't see the white in their eye. I've seen that plenty of times. I've seen that with my with a female relative. Her eyes turn black. Okay, every time this person was around me, they would try to reveal themselves. That eyes would turn black and all this shit, especially when they were under the influence of alcohol. That was when I saw it. Anyways, so like I said, okay, so when I was still involved with certain family members or relatives, they learned all this stuff, like all this spiritual shit from me, because they wasn't really into it like that. They was scared of it, even though it was part of our culture. They were one of those people that were kind of scared of it. They would fulfill their duties to the ancestors here and there whenever they felt like it. Whenever they felt like it, let's keep it real. Whenever they felt like it, but then they were so worried about what Christians and American Christians had to say that they fully assimilated into their way of life and their beliefs and stuff like that. So it won't be until something will happen, and then it'll be a warning from the ancestors, like, it's gonna happen again, bitch, if you don't do what the fuck you're supposed to do. You can live your life in America, do what you do, but you have obligations to fulfill, in our culture, and you're gonna have to fucking respect it. Even if you don't want to, you gotta fucking respect it. And if you don't, some shit gonna happen. So shit used to happen. Okay? Shit used to happen. So me, I'll do my part, but there's a lot of this is another thing that I probably gonna have to talk about in another video, but there's a lot of gatekeeping within the Garifuna culture, to the point where Garifuna people like myself, like those who are born and raised primarily here, there's a lot of gatekeeping when it comes to the spirituality aspect, to the point where we have to outsource and go to other cultures in order to learn spirituality, because the elders are so elitist and gatekeeping that they don't want to tell us shit. Because there are certain things that you have to do as a Garifuna, right? There's certain like ceremonies and things that you're supposed to do. But if the elders don't want to do it, and I'm a younger Garifuna, and if the elders don't want to do it, then what can I do? I got to talk to somebody that's open to it, that's not religious, that's 100% open to it, that's 100% tapped in with the ancestors and just doing the veneration. I got to go through them just to get the information. Everybody's very gatekeepy in the community, but I'm going to make a video on that soon enough, because that shit getting on my motherfucking nerves, okay? So I outsource. I started doing my own thing. So my female relatives, okay, when I was still dealing with them, they would see how things would work out for me when I would go to the Botanica and I would buy, buy my lead candles, buy my spiritual bath. They saw how things were working for me, but they would slowly but surely try to like work against my work. They used to shoot negative energy at my work. Like my own sister did that. My mom did that. I would have my candles before they would come over my house. My candles would burn clear. My shit would burn clear, And then when they come, all of a sudden they shoot me some type of negative, and they see what I'm burning a candle for or something, and they'll shoot some type of evil eye or some type of hechizo towards my stuff. And and they used to do that. And but they would learn, like, they don't want to admit that they learned something from you. They don't want to admit that, but that's what they get it from. And whatever that you indirectly teach them or you directly teach them, they use it against you. Okay. And that's what happened with me. They used it against you. All the stuff that they saw me doing, I used to take them to the Botanica with me. And let me tell you something. This is how I know. And this is how I know. Okay. Who is that? Danny Medina. Oh, okay. This is how I know. Right? Hold on a second. This is how I know. Right? Okay, so I would take them to the Botanica with me because they were so into what I was doing, because they saw it must be working for Cassie. Like, this must be working for her, so we need to hang around, because that's what bitches do to me. They'll hang around me to find out what I know, to pick my brain, to pick my heart, to pick my soul, find out what I'm into, and then try to compete with it, try to suck up my energy and try to compete with me at the same time. And then when I don't fuck with them no more, then they try to like go on to other people and use my persona, use my energy and my persona and what I know, and act like they're the expert. Okay, my own sister did this to me. Okay. Like I said, they learned a lot of stuff being around me. At the time, I didn't see them as much of a threat. But when I used to go to certain places where I was cool with the people that run the place, they would always kind of be cool with me. Like, they would smile at me and give me like a really like, a warm look. But when it came to my sister and my mother, for some reason they would be a little standoffish towards them, and that used to bother them a lot. But see, they didn't understand that the energy doesn't lie, so they don't seem to understand that shit, right? So one time there was this Botanica lady. She was from Honduras, Miss Gladys. Oh man, it's crazy I'm speaking on her now. I hope that everything is okay with her. She's such a beautiful, beautiful woman. Miss Gladys and her sister, now they from Honduras, right? Cool ass people, okay? Very cool people. I don't know what happened to her. I try to look for her. I don't know what happened to that lady. But she used to, for those that live in Long Beach, she used to be at this Botanica that was right there off of PCH and Pine, literally right on the corner. There's a liquor store on PCH and Pine, and then you got the donut shop across the street. Her Botanica used to be next, like a little bitty building that's connected to the liquor store, but it's not the liquor store. It's Botanica. And I used to, when I would go to my sister's house, and my mom would be staying at my sister's house, or we would go to the liquor store, buy a lead drink and all this stuff, whatever. And I would always stop at the liquor store. I would always stop at the liquor store, and I would stop at the Botanica that's right next door. So interesting, because like I said, your family and stuff could be doing work on you, all kind of stuff like that. So when they see that you're protecting yourself, when you take them to the Botanica, they're able to see you fighting. It's awkward as fuck. I'm gonna just say that. Okay, it's awkward. Okay. because they're learning from you, and then they're also learning how to counterattack you, how to attack you, you know? They're learning how you deal with their attacks, okay? So when when I go shop at Miss Gladys, right? She cool. You know, I speak my best Spanglish. She cool. Every time I come there, I would spend $100, $200, even $300 one time. You know, every time I come, I would give them my business, and they were always super kind, super sweet. It was Miss Gladys. I forgot her sister. Is her name Susie or something? What's her name, Spirit? Miss Gladys. Something with a L. Something with an L. And then she had a son. He was cute. I forgot his son. I forgot her son name. I don't know. I want to say Brian or some shit. But I remember Miss Gladys. But anyway, they was from Honduras. They were like mestizo Honduran people. Okay, they were the native ones, the native looking ones, and they were really really nice, really sweet, and you know I used to talk to them all the time. I was like, oh, you know, my grandpa from Honduras. Said, oh yeah, she was very familiar with the garifuna. She, oh, I said, yo, soy garifuna. She, oh, garifuna. Oh, sí, garifuna. Oh, you know, she would start talking. You know, me and her, we be talking. So anyway, whenever I would come into the botanica by myself, me and her would smile. She would smile. She would laugh up with me, everything. You know what I'm saying? But when I would bring my mom and my sister, she would just be like, she would just kind of like, I don't know, right? She would just kind of be a little standoffish because even she could see it. She see my aura and then she see their aura. Okay. All right. These are gifted people. She was very spiritual. She gave readings in the back and all that stuff. Right. So one time, Miss Gladys wasn't there, and Miss Gladys' son was there. I speak to the boy. I never had a problem with him. What is going on? I'm not. No, 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 nope, and more nope. Nope. You see that? You see that? Now I'm getting harassed. Bitch, I said no. Hold on a second. I don't know if I can get back on live again. Hold on. I don't understand. What's going on with this phone? I already worked out my job assignment for tonight. Why the fuck is you calling me? See, when I be talking about some real shit, that's what motherfuckers want to call me. I already been briefed. I already know what I'm supposed to be doing. The fuck? Before I lose my motherfucking train of thought. I already know. Look, I have a job assignment later on tonight. I could pick it up now, but I'm waiting. I don't like driving in rush hour traffic. It's too peoply out here. It's annoying and it's. So I'm going to wait till like 10, 11, 12-ish. I'm going to go pick up this cryogenic, it's like frozen sperm and shit because I'm a medical courier. So I got to pick up this frozen jizz and keep it in my car overnight and then drop it off in the morning. I got to drop it off before 10 at a sperm bank. All right. So they already done briefed me. So what the fuck you calling me for? That's what I'm trying to find out. But every time I'm talking about real serious spiritual business, here they come calling me. All right. 38 on the clock. Okay. So anyway, so when I come in, like I said, she would laugh up, we would be cool, you know. But whenever I came in with my karmic relatives, they weren't as warm. So anyway, one day, Miss Gladys wasn't there. Okay. Now, I felt like my mom and my sister, they were jealous because of the reception that I get from other people, which is fucking silly. You could do the same thing. What I'm doing is not that complicated. It's called having respect, having consideration, and being cultured and being fucking respectful. What's so fucking hard about that? If you're all of those things, you shouldn't have a fucking problem. If you're not, you're gonna have those problems. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I feel like they were kind of a little bit jealous of the fact that cause my mom would always be like, give like little backhanded compliments like, oh, you always spend money over there and da. Yeah, I got to protect myself from y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shit, I gotta protect myself from your fucking kids, mama. Your kids, your sisters, your brother. I gotta protect myself from all y'all. So yeah, I got to, yeah, mother. Like, okay. So then, okay, Gladys' son was there. and he was running the store because sometimes he come, but mostly it's Gladys and her sister, or sometimes it be just her sister, but it's always the two ladies. So then all of a sudden my mom was like, well, I don't like them over there. I don't like them at the botanical. I was like, okay. I was like, why? She was like, because I walked in the store and I saw that boy and I said, oh, I see you talking about Gladys' son. She was like, yeah, whatever his name is, whatever. I knew his name at the time. And she's like, oh, whatever, yeah. And and I know Miss Gladys was there. Never mind. Miss Gladys and her son was there, her sister. Miss Gladys and her son was there. And she was basically saying that they was giving her funny looks and short answers, and they were giving her they were looking at her funny. And so this is what I told my mom. So she was like, I'm not gonna go there again, but she telling me in hopes that I agree with her, that I'll follow along and be like, yeah, I ain't going over there either, fuck them. No, I don't have no problem with them. I never had a problem with them. Okay, they always been cool with me. So you know. And so she was just kind of telling me in a way like she, wanted me to believe her. So this is what I told her. I said, I think the reason why they was looking at you, and I peeped her response. I said, the reason why they was looking at you, Ma, is because they saw some dark shit with your ass. Okay. They saw something dark with you that's attached to you. Okay. I told her that. They could see it. I said, these people, they are spiritually gifted. They can see people's auras. They can see when people are under heavy spiritual warfare and manipulation. They can see when people have a lot of heavy spirits on them, because it changes the whole dynamic of their shop when your ass fucking walk in. So if you're going through any type of darkness, and this is a time when every candles, when she used to go to the botanical with me, every candle that she had burned, that she had bought from the store, was all black from top to bottom, top to bottom. That's because my mother was around a lot of my mom was around a lot of manipulative. Her kids is manipulative, and um, manipulative, possessive, and vice versa. She's also that way with them. So it's like she has a very strong uh, cord with them, and it affects her life in multiple ways because she chooses to be tethered to it. Okay, I mean, when I try for help, I may try to be like Harriet Tubman. I may try to show them the way to the Underground Railroad. But like Harriet said, I would have saved a lot more slaves if they knew they were slaves. Some people don't know that they're slaves, or they know that they're slaves, don't give a fuck. So I gotta stop giving a fuck. But anyhow, she was just kind of complaining on them and was just like, yeah, they're this and that, they're rude. And I'm like, no, they're not, Ma. I said, I think you're misreading the situation. I think you're taking it too seriously. Maybe that should be a call for you to, you know, cleanse yourself, give yourself some more baths, or maybe you need to see somebody special or something. Maybe you need to see a worker or something like that. That's what I was telling her. I said, I don't think that they have an issue with you. They're not racist. Like, let's not even throw the race card in there, because they're not. They're not fucking racist. Okay. Please don't fucking hit my shit, bro. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, they not racist or nothing like that. Come on now. They live in Honduras, right amongst people of our tribe, okay? So they don't have no problem with our black asses, okay? They look damn near black themselves. I saw them nose and them little naps in the back of their head. They was kind of light, they was like mestizo looking Hondurans, but you could tell from some of her features they probably have, minimal African ancestry. You can see it in her nose and her full lips and their skin. They're darker than the average Mexican. You feel me? Like, they're a little bit darker. So anyway, Mexicans can be dark too, but you know what I'm talking about. They're a little bit more darker, more tanned, more browner, okay, than your average everyday Euro Latino Mexican. Okay. So anyway, so then basically, I told her, I was like, they must have saw something on you, Ma. I don't think it's anything personal. It's the fact that they can see spirits. So if they saw something in you that's attached to you, that's weighing heavy on you, it's going to make them uncomfortable. They're going to stare at you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's making them uncomfortable. You've made one, you've become one, you become bonded with those dark entities, those parasitic entities, to the point where you don't really notice it like that. They don't really notice it like that. They bond with the Crooked Man. They become one with the Crooked Man. So they don't. It doesn't really, like, they're like, what? But any person that is pure, anybody that's divine, that can see, anybody that can see would be able to be would be kind of repelled by it, or it'll make them uneasy, nervous, like their senses go up. Okay, their spidey senses go up. So I'm just telling you that how real eyes recognize. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm pretty much telling you. I said all that to say that, you know, you see how like when I come outside and people are drawn to me, people are drawn to me because they see my light. They see something in me. Every time I come around people, they either want to be disrespectful, but they can't fully be disrespectful as they want to, because I don't give them no eye contact. I shut them down. You know, especially living in this neighborhood where, because I am a black woman, motherfuckers around here act like I should just baby their ass and always be at their fucking disposal, because that's what they're fucking used to in their own households. That's what they used to. So they come across my ass and I don't pay them no mind. They get bewildered, like, wait a minute, bitch, you supposed to be rolling the red carpet for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. 4613. But yeah, that was a trip. But this was before I stopped, and I stopped dealing with, you know, these karmic family members. But they've always been kind of like a little hindrance towards me not actually. Now I'm not gonna put it 100% on them, but like I said, there's people that can kind of put a hinder or a damper on what you got going on. You're trying your best to elevate your situation, and they're right there keeping tabs on you, watching every step of the way, so they could put booby traps and shoot some negative energy towards your work, and you know, text message shoot some negative energy towards your work, and blah 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 blah. See, I'm getting all these motherfucking notifications now. Okay, you see that? My phone. What, before I even go live, don't nobody be calling. But as soon as I do a video and I start talking about shit like this, all these texts, all these calls and everything else just starts flooding in. And they ain't talking about shit. They not talking about shit. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what I got. I'm gonna show y'all niggas what I got. But this is Tuesday. I did my work for Tuesday. I don't even like doing too much on a Tuesday. And it's raining too. No, you know, I'm more of a night driver. So I like to night drive. I like to mindfully meditate when I drive. Me and my daughter, my daughter likes to drive around too. She likes to ride. Excuse me. And she likes the music and podcasts and that we listen to, and you know, all kinds of stuff. Like we just be chilling. Like I like it when there's nobody on the road. It's just cool. I don't know. Something about driving in the city at night when nobody's around and you just listening to your music, you just cool, like just zoned out. Sometimes my spirits drive me home. Like I'm on autopilot. By the time I'm finished jamming, I'm parked right in front of my place, and I'm like, how the fuck I get here? I don't even remember how I got here. I don't remember the route that I took, you know? Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. They be like, let me take over the wheel, girl. I miss driving. You know, I feel like the ancestors be like that. Let me take over this wheel. Put this song on right here. I ain't heard this song in a long time. Put this song right here. Yeah, and they drive, you know, they riding with me. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to live vicariously through me. So I do feel like sometimes they take over the wheel, because sometimes I be on autopilot. I don't even remember how I got to the house. I don't even remember. I'm like, I made that turn. Oh, okay. Um, Weird. Even when I was driving late one time, I think something weird happened. Like I made a turn, but I was on the other side of town so quickly. It didn't make sense because I was going. I'm going northbound. I'm coming from the southbound. I'm going northbound, and I was taking a little crossway. But all of a sudden, I end up right southbound. I'm just like, I saw this street already. It was really weird, like very Mandela effect-ish. I don't know. That was weird. But eventually I found my way home. I didn't want to use my maps, but eventually I found my way back home. Anyways, but yeah, that's all I wanted to tell y'all, like my little adventures when I be coming out here. Oh man. Oh yeah. So I don't know when this rain is gonna let up either. But I'm probably gonna see. The traffic ain't gonna get any better. It's about 3:16 right now. But yeah, that's why I told the young lady, I'm like, you're gonna have to get rid of these people. You got to get rid of whoever they associated with. I said social media, all that. Change your number. If they doing all that you say that they doing, change your number. Anybody that's associated with your family on Facebook, Twitter, Instagrams, Snapchats, all them motherfucking pages, you need to get them off because all they're doing is just keeping tabs on you. See, me telling her all this stuff is helping her. And that's why that monitoring spirit came around, because that's how much they got a hold on her. That's how much they watching her. Because they saw her talking to me and they know I'm going to give her the right advice. So anyway, when I got back in the car after she left, I hurried up and I left because I didn't want her to try to ask me for contact information. For some reason, Spirit wanted me to keep anonymous with this particular individual because they're basically showing me they're showing me how much this person is, how much spiritual warfare that they're under and how much they're being watched. And my spirits don't want me to be connected with her to the point where I can get hurt for trying to help. But the most I could do is give you advice for you to help yourself, and then you pretty much know what to do from there. And if I meant to see you again at the same place, then I will. So I hope everything work out in her favor. If she is spiritually justified, if she's on the righteous side, and she's spiritually justified and all that good stuff, I hope that she finds her way. Because it's really sad. I'm glad that that I don't have those types of energies around me, and it's very important to remove those kind of people, because people will try to stick around. Well, you shouldn't cut me off. I mean, I don't have nothing to do with why y'all fell out, and da 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 and all that stuff. But yeah, that sounds plausible, but man, fuck that. Because all they gonna do, they talking to you, they talking to them, and all they gonna be doing is just running back and forth with information between both people. That way the motherfucker will always keep tabs on you and always know what you up to, what you got going on, yada to the yada. Meanwhile, once I cut somebody off, I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? Dead or alive. If I see you, I'll walk past you, walk through you like a fucking ghost. That's what you are to me, a fucking guts, right? You don't have to worry about me starting trouble with you. You be on your best when you see me, and I will be on my best. And bitches, so how bitches are. They like to groom new bitches. They like to groom their new narc supply to try to comfort me. Make sure that your little lap dogs, make sure they behave and they on their Sunday's best. And bitch, I'm gonna be on my Sunday's best too. Other than that, if y'all deviate anywhere between that, I will fuck all of y'all up. All of y'all can get fucked up. Because you know how bitches are. Bitches, because they can't step to you, they going to try to groom other bitches to step to you. Because they too pussy do it. Because they have no basis, no leg to stand on. They have no basis as to why they got to step to you in the first place. Because you don't do them nothing. Okay? You don't do them anything. And they don't have no reason to. So they want to live vicariously through third party, imaginary ass beef with the next bitch. They groom the next bitch or groom the next nigga. The niggas do this shit too. They groom the next bitch to come for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to being around a bunch of weak ass bitches. They used to being around weak bitches. When they come across a bitch that's not weak, it should be a challenge for them to be better. But now they stick with what they used to. Okay? They stick with what they used to. And it is what it is. And that's what they do. So I know when to keep contact with somebody. And sometimes my spirits be like, nah, don't keep contact with her. And you know what I'm saying? If they're not willing to, if they're being resistant to the information and they're not willing to, or they're just not ready, that's okay. Not everybody's going to be ready. But at least you can't say that nobody didn't try to give you the spiritual blueprint, on how to give you some type of sense of direction. Now, if she would have not saw me and she would have walked into certain, now if this young lady would have walked into some other botanicas, they would have had this bitch paying a gang of motherfucking money. But me, I like to show people a cost-effective way, because you're already going through shit spiritual. I know it's affecting your money, bitch. I've been there, so I know it's affecting your money. So I'm gonna try to tell you to get, I'm gonna tell you to get things that are practical. Okay, So let me show you what I got from the store, from the Botanica. Let me show y'all what I got. I got my little glasses on, y'all. My glasses is real thick, y'all. It's real thick, y'all. I just got some incense, call money, Abra Camino, Yasmin. Okay. And then I got a nice little, and then I just got a bunch of chime candles. I got one big red candle right here. Okay. Because Tuesday, And then I have like a bunch of chime candles of different colors. Ooh, yeah. I got a bunch of like chime candles of different colors. Brown, white, orange. Because I could do a whole lot with chime candles. Like I could literally do a whole lot with them. If I know I'm not gonna be at the Botanical, like right now it's raining right now, so I just got a bunch of chime candles, and I even got like the little mini ones, little mini chime candles, so like this small, and I can rock like that for a couple days. You feel me? It's always good to buy a bunch of chime candles. They only 50 cents. The big chime candles is 50 cents. These are 50 cents, and then the small one is probably. The small one is probably if that one's no, I think that one's 75 cents. This one's probably 50 cents. Or this one's probably a quarter or something. Or a little, yeah. And then I got this bath right here. Okay. This bath is called Retiro Trabajo Negro. So retire black work. All right. This is something that homegirl needed. But I didn't want to stick around too much. My spirit was like, bitch, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Because you could be standing there answering questions like for a whole fuck hour. And like I said, the lady, Mary, she wasn't really feeling the girl because she could kind of see what was on her. The same way how my ma was complaining about how the Botanica worker owner was looking at her because she saw, the spirits attached to her. It's the same way how that lady was. That lady wasn't comfortable with that girl there. She must have been in that store for a long time. Cause remember, when I walked in the Botanica, she was already been there. So who knows? She probably was there for a long time asking questions. And then there's this huge language barrier. And then on top of that, she's coming in with a lot of heavy energy that was overwhelming the lady. Okay. So anyway, it says hechos con alta magia ancestral. All right, made with ancestral magic, with high ancestral magic. This is the same brand that I use. I always keep to put the bath in. So these baths is good because it has the herbs. Okay, it has the herbs at the top. Let me show you. It has the herbs at the top, and then it has the crystals at the bottom. The crystals at the bottom are already oiled and prepared and everything. So all you have to do is use it like regular bath crystals in your bubble bath. The herbs at the top, you can use the herbs in your candle. You can burn the herbs as an incense, or you can use it as a bath. That's typically what I do. All right. Yeah, so retiro trabajo negro. Raza brujerias, corta todo protección. All right. Y poder. So it helps to destroy witchcraft. That's what this bath is. RTN. That's a return to sender. Okay, so it's kind of like RTN. Okay. Retiro trabajo negro. Return black work, dark work. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a Mexican brand. So like I said, it gets rid of brujeria and gives you protection and power. Okay, help you to gain your power. So it's always good to buy those. Very, very important to always buy spiritual baths. And that's pretty much what I bought. It was like $39. I try to keep it under 50 because tomorrow I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back on live tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Bride Raid. I don't feel like going right now. No, I don't like to do too much on Tuesdays, but Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna go look for it. I think it's somewhere off of Jefferson and somewhere near Jefferson and Maple. Where to find it? And I might come on a video because I got a wholesale license. So I can get candles for way cheap if I go there versus going to where I just came from. So Murray's. So if I go to Bright Braden in downtown LA, where they moved to, if I go there, they already have me registered. I'm already registered as a wholesaler and stuff like that. So I can buy it at a discount price. Everything in the store is at a discount for me. And I know they ain't seen me for a while. And them people, they love me. What's my nigga name? Not Jose. Is it fuck, I forgot his name. Is it Mr. Hyman? No. I forgot his name. That's my nigga right there. He got really cool energy. He got that uncle energy, nigga. For real. He got that T.O. energy. I like him. I forgot his name. It's with an E. No. Is it Emilio? It's Emilio. It's something. Or is it Mr. Enrique? I think it's Mr. Enrique. But yeah, he works there. They make their own oils. Their oils are like the bomb. Vibrating oil. Besides Art of the Root, if I want to buy something where I don't have to wait for Art of the Root, I will go to Vibrating and I will use their oils because they make their own oils. They have like pine oil, strawberry oil, Palo Santo oil, copal oil, jasmine oil. I used to love buying my jasmine oil, my rose oil from there. They have a lot of nice stuff, and they expanded. They moved to a much bigger and better place because they got pushed out of their place in Compton, getting a much better fucking place anyway. So I hope that the business is thriving and doing well. Speaking of Miss Gladys, anyways, I hope she's doing well. Now, Miss Gladys ended up moving from that spot on Pacific and Pine, and she moved up further on Pacific and Golden or Oregon before you get to the ramp, right, to the 710. And I remember I went to go see her because she gave me because she wanted me to keep going to her store. So she gave me a flyer and told her, oh, I'm moving and this is where I'm going to be at and blah, blah, blah. I'd be wondering if my mom did something to make her move. I don't know. Did you do something, Mom? Not cool. If she did. But anyway, she ended up moving. I guess she got pushed out of her spot and then she ended up going to the one on further up the street. And I went there and me and her, we were still cool. Everything was good. But something happened. I guess that location wasn't good for her either. To me, it was a perfect location. She was by a lot of hotels. She was by a freeway. It's a very busy street. You would have to, park on the side. But she didn't stay. She didn't stay at the new place. So she must have had to move again. So I don't know if she's still in Long Beach or she moved further down into Wilmington. Because once you pass Santa Fe, you're going more towards the Wilmington, San Pedro area stuff. So maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. But yeah. That's what's up with her. That was the last time I saw her. Shit, had been 2019. The next time I went up there to go see her, she was gone, and I was like, damn. But anyway, this other botanica that I'm gonna go to though. Shout out to Miss Gladys though. Hope you're doing all right, girl. And you and your family and everything. The other one, I'm gonna go to that one tomorrow. So I'm gonna come back on the video. And I'm going to show y'all their store. Their store is immaculate. Last time I was there, they was just moving stuff in. They were in the process of moving. And I know they miss me because they used to see me all the motherfucking time, boy. When they used to be right here by my house, they used to see me all the fucking time. Like literally all the time. But since they moved, they don't see me as much. So I know when I go tomorrow, they're going to be like, oh, how you been? Where you been? They're going to be like, damn, bitch, what happened to you? Like, because it's been a while. I used to spend a lot of money with them. Them people love me, okay? Well, of course, you got to love me. Got to love me, bitch. But yeah, I'm going to go there tomorrow, and I think it'll be an awesome treat. They don't mind me recording in there, but I'm still going to keep it like discreet or whatever. So I'll go live and I'll show you those stuff that they have. Last time I was there, they had like a little extension. I guess people were doing readings and stuff or whatever. I guess they're going to do like tarot readings and this and that. They had a couple of young girls working there. I saw a little young white girl. She a Wiccan. And she was a cashier. So it looked like they, I think that where they moved to was better. I told them, I said, you guys are going to do great over here. I said, you guys, ain't too many botanicas on that street right there. It's like, y'all, this is really good. Y'all got your own parking spot. a nice little parking structure and shit like that. I'm like, this is good. This is really a good move for y'all. I'm proud of y'all, you know. So I hope that they're still thriving and everything like that. So I'm gonna go to Jefferson tomorrow just because I know I can get my shit cheap. I can get my shit cheap. I got my wholesale license. I get candles cheap. I get everything there cheap. You feel me? So like most of the time people gotta pay like $5, $6, $7 for candles. I only gotta pay $2, $2, $3 at the most. Even for cocktails candles, I only gotta spend like $2, $3 on it with my wholesale license. And then I just save my receipts for the end of the year, you know. So anyways, y'all. So I'm gonna go inside this little bodega over here. Okay. Give me a little mimosa or something like that. I might come back on to do some readings. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I just wanted to come and share, you know, my shaman shenanigans in Compton and just let y'all know this is just the typical life. This is me. This is my life. This is what happens all the time. You know, me on a Tuesday, you know, hitting the streets. I attract a lot of different things, a lot of different shit, because people can see it on you, see the protection on you. Like, damn, I want that for myself. I need some help? So people always come to me for help. I have no problem helping nobody because I've been where that girl been. Not exactly where she been through, but I've been through spiritual warfare. It takes a while for somebody to like really wake up. You know, it takes a while for them to really realize that they should. Oh, she not in the mood, honey. Sis is not in the mood, honey. She is not in the mood. It takes a while for people to really wake up. You be wanting to understand people. You be thinking that your family will finally treat you better and everything will be good again. But no, no, not at all. The point is to reel you back in, to sabotage things for you so that you can keep running to them for help. And now that you need them for help, now they get to play God and watch you squirm and struggle. That's what they do for their own sadistic pleasure. So I'm just saying, you know, if you, part of, I believe part of like clearing, like protecting yourself and clearing, you have not only have to do the spiritual stuff, like the spiritual baths and, the ritual or work or whatever that you got to do, the prayer work, whatever, right? You still have to take physical measures as well. That means going no contact. Okay? That means shutting down your social media or at least deleting them and blocking them from your socials. Taking a step back from social media. Sometimes you got to do that too for a little bit when you're going under spiritual warfare. The last thing you want to do is show your face. Or give them a clue if it's working or not, or if you're getting better, because that's what they use social media for. Social media, it has its good sides, but I think that for sometimes it could be used for evil. Okay, people will use your social media to gauge you to see if their spell is working. If it's not, if things are getting better for you, up, time to go back. Time to go back to the botanica. Time to go back to the spiritual worker. Tell them to get on this bitch again because it's getting good for her again. Oh shit, here we go. You know, like that type of thing. So you have to take physical precautions just like you take your spiritual precautions. Go no contact, change your number, especially under those circumstances that she's in. Change your number. Don't anybody that's associated with your family, you can't associate with them. I don't give a fuck how cool they are. I don't give a fuck if they telling you, well, I don't have nothing to do with it. That's their main shit, flying monkeys and shit. Well, that's between y'all, and I ain't got nothing to do with it, and da da da. But yes, they do. They fucking lying. They lying as fuck. They know what they fucking doing. They're the ones that's gonna report back and forth because they enjoy seeing you go toe to toe with the narcissist. But check this out. You the only motherfucker that can go toe to toe with the narcissist. The rest of them is straight fucking pussy. The rest of them is straight fucking pussy. They can't go against the narcissist, so they're gonna try to team up with the narcissist to get you to put you back in your place. Okay? To put you back in your place, supposedly. Because they too pussy to stand up to the narcissist. You feel me? So you'll have flying monkeys and those kind of people come around you. When they get discarded by the narcissist treat them like shit back. Or any B cluster personality, when they discard someone, who they come running back to? The divine. They come running back to us, right? And they want to ride our coattails because they want to find out the source of our power. They want to find out why are we so confident, why we don't give a fuck about the narcissist not accepting us, or Why are we able? Why are we so brave? You know, but that inspiration quickly turns into resentment. They start to resent you. They start to get jealous. They get jealous even when the narcissist respects you. Even when the narcissist got to bow down because they can't fuck with you like how they fuck with everybody else. Even that, they don't like that shit either. So yeah, flying monkeys, they'll sabotage some shit. Okay, they run interference. They're information runners. Oh, this person. Oh yeah, they go. Yeah, you know, but they play neutral in your fucking face. Okay, I dealt with that for a lot of years when I moved back out here. Fake neutral bitches, but they was really for the mess. But they was too pussy to stand up to the bitches that I was going like this to. You feel me? They couldn't stand on their own 2 feet against the people that I stood toe to toe with. They couldn't do it. You know, that's why they come around me to hang around me. But then they end up resenting me, right? And then they end up setting me up and plotting with the narcissist and all this kind of stuff. So once you get rid of somebody, you got to get rid of everybody. I don't give a fuck how cool they come off because 11 on the clock. Because if they was cool and they truly believe you and they truly are neutral, they will understand why you don't want to be associated with them. They're not going to gaslight you. They're not going to make you go and talk to that person again. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to downplay what you say. They're not going to play both sides. They're like, yeah, I'm not involved in it, but I understand exactly how you feel, and here's my best advice. And whenever you're ready, you know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? 111:38. You already know where I'm at. So, and that's how it should be. So you got to take physical safeguards as well as spiritual safeguards. You can't do protection work and you still around the motherfucker that you need protection from. You can't do it. It's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a situation where you have to be around these people, then yeah, I can get that. So that they can get up off of you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They can look, but they can't touch type shit. Okay, that's fine. But, I'm talking about other instances. You gotta do what you gotta do to break free from them. Don't leave any cord. Don't leave nothing to where they can connect yourself to them, where they can reconnect or reestablish cords. You know. Yeah. But anyway, yo, that shit tripped me out. Motherfucking Monterey Spirit was like buzzing around this fucking girl like this our bitch. Well, why are you talking to her for? Shit, I was like, show you right. I'm out. Fuck that. Like, I'm out. I got my own shit. I ain't got time for all that now. Okay. All right, guys. So, anyways, I've been on here for about a fucking hour. I'm like right around the corner from my house. I've been on here for about an hour. Let me see. Yeah. All right. So I'll talk to y'all soon. Like I said, I'm gonna go live. I'll go live when I go to a bride rating because it's been a while and they ain't seen me in a long time. And this is where I get to do my Costco Smart and Final bulk shopping that I like to do so that I don't have to leave the house because it's a journey. I don't like driving downtown sometimes. Downtown is just, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. The energy is so, I do it because I have to, not because I want to. But not today, and the weather. I would have been up for it, but I think that I need to go like in the morning. I'm gonna go in the morning tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm gonna go in the morning, and it'll be more better after I come back from dropping off that frozen sperm shit or whatever. Then I'm gonna stop by over there, and that'll be a perfect time to go before the traffic. The rush hour traffic should be slowing down a little bit. So I will see y'all. I'm going to show you guys the Botanica. I'm going to show you guys what I bought and all that good stuff. And yeah, it'll be really, really fun. Okay. So, all right. Thanks for watching. What did I call this video? Thanks for watching my shaman shenanigans in the CPT, bitch. All right. God love you. God love me. Bye. Let's get up on out of here. Love y'all.